K-drama Haven family, award shows are built on glitz and glamour. The flashing lights, the red carpet gowns, the laughter echoing through grand halls. But every so often, in the middle of the applause and the trophies, something happens that no one could ever predict. And on that unforgettable night, Soo Kai and Tan Songyun gave the world a moment so shocking, so breathtaking, that it has already been carved into entertainment history. Hold on tight, K-drama Haven family, because this journey is only just beginning. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The revelations, the emotions, the moments that will change everything. It happened at the height of the ceremony. The host had just called their names. Soo Kai and Tan Songyun, one of the industry's most beloved pairings, adored for their on-screen chemistry and whispered about endlessly off-screen, had been invited to the stage to accept the coveted Couple of the Year award. The crowd roared as they walked up together. Soo Kai in a sleek black suit, exuding confidence and grace. Tan Songyun in a flowing silver gown, sparkling beneath the stage lights like a star fallen to earth. Their hands brushed as they approached the microphone, and the audience erupted in cheers before a single word was spoken. They smiled, they laughed, they thanked their fans. It was everything you'd expect, polished, sweet, sincere. And then it happened. The pause. The silence. The electricity in the air that seemed to hold every breath in a room. Soo Kai turned toward her. His eyes softened, his voice dropped, and with the entire industry watching, he whispered words that microphones barely caught. This moment belongs to us. And before anyone could blink, he leaned in. The kiss was gentle, unhurried, but it carried the weight of years. Years of rumors, years of longing glances, years of speculation. Tan Songyun didn't pull away. She closed her eyes, smiled against his lips, and kissed him back. For a heartbeat, the world froze. Then the auditorium exploded. Screams, applause, gasps. Fans inside the venue were on their feet, waving banners, shouting their names, some crying openly as if witnessing a love story leap off the screen and into real life. The camera struggled to keep up, cutting between stunned celebrities in the audience. Ji Chang-wook clapping furiously, Song Hye-kyo covering her mouth in disbelief, Lee Min-ho nodding with a grin that said, "Finally." On social media, chaos erupted. Within seconds, hashtags soared to the top of trending lists worldwide. Soo Kai Tan Songyun kiss. Couple of the year indeed. Love made real. Clips of the kiss spread across platforms at lightning speed, replayed millions of times within hours. Fans posted reactions of themselves screaming, fainting, crying, and celebrating as though they had just been given the happy ending of their favorite drama. But it wasn't just fans. Journalists, critics, and insiders rushed to release statements. Commentators debated whether this was a bold publicity move or a heartfelt confession of love. But for the millions watching, the answer was clear. It was real. Too real. And Soo Kai, breaking the kiss, proved it. He cupped Tan Songyun's hand gently, lifted the microphone again, and with the world hanging on his every word, he said, "I don't want this to just be an award moment. I want this to be a promise. To her. To you all. This is real." The hall shook with applause. Tan Songyun, tears glistening in her eyes, simply nodded, a small gesture, but one that spoke louder than words. When Soo Kai and Tan Songyun kissed on that stage, it wasn't just a moment. It was a spark, and that spark ignited a firestorm the world could not look away from. Backstage, chaos reigned. Reporters sprinted down hallways, clutching cameras and microphones, desperate for a statement. Staff members whispered frantically, trying to figure out if the moment had been planned. Even fellow actors, veterans who had seen everything in this industry, were left wide-eyed, shaking their heads in disbelief. One eyewitness described it best. "It felt like we weren't watching an award show anymore. It felt like we were watching history." Soo Kai and Tan Songyun slipped behind the velvet curtains hand in hand. For a moment, Away from the cameras, they simply looked at each other. She laughed nervously, her cheeks still flushed from the roar of the crowd. He leaned down, whispered something in her ear, and she melted into his embrace. But even away from the stage, there was no hiding. The cameras were waiting. The questions came like bullets. Was that kiss real? Are you two officially together? Was this planned or spontaneous? Sue Kai, ever the bold one, didn't shy away. He placed his arm protectively around Songyun and gave the world the clearest answer it had been waiting for. Some things, he said with a smile, don't need scripts. And just like that, the headlines wrote themselves. By the time the night ended, news outlets across Asia had declared it the kiss that broke the internet. Editorials compared it to the most iconic celebrity love declarations in history. Entertainment programs replayed the footage on loop, slowing it down frame by frame, analyzing every detail, from the way his hand lingered at her waist, to the way her eyes softened as she leaned into him. But the true explosion happened online. On Weibo, hashtags related to the kiss surpassed 1 billion views in less than 24 hours. On Twitter, fans worldwide declared it a holiday. Entire fan bases collaborated to create montages, edits, and tribute videos celebrating their love story, no longer a fantasy, but a reality unfolding before their very eyes. Clips of fans' live reactions went viral. One girl collapsed to the floor screaming, "It's real. It's finally real." Another sobbed into her phone camera, whispering, "This is the happiest day of my life." Groups of friends gathered in living rooms with snacks and banners, replaying the kiss over and over, screaming louder each time. And then came the candlelight celebrations. In Seoul, Beijing, Bangkok, and even cities across Europe and America, fans gathered in public squares, holding candles and banners with Sue Kai and Songyun's names. They played clips of their dramas on giant projectors, cheering every romantic scene, then erupting in wild applause as the now iconic awards show kiss played on the big screen. It was as if the world was celebrating not just a love story, but a victory, proof that sometimes, in an industry clouded by secrecy and rumor, love can shine openly, proudly, and without fear. The industry itself was just as shaken. Ji Chang-wook posted a single word on his official account: legendary. Song Hye-kyo, still in awe, wrote, "Some moments remind us why we believe in love. This was one of them." And Lee Min-ho, never one to miss a chance to tease, uploaded a clip of himself clapping dramatically, captioned with, "Was this an awards show? Or a proposal? K-drama Haven family, what began as a kiss became a cultural earthquake. The industry is buzzing. The fans are celebrating. And Sue Kai and Songyun, whether they realize it or not, have rewritten the rules of love and entertainment. Because in one unplanned, unforgettable moment, they reminded the world of something we all too often forget. That love is the greatest performance of all." The night had ended in fireworks, in cheers, in tears of joy. But the morning after brought an entirely new storm. When the sun rose, the world was still replaying the kiss. Television anchors opened their broadcasts not with political updates, not with business headlines, but with footage of Sue Kai and Songyun on that stage. Morning shows in Seoul, Beijing, Tokyo, New York, and London all led with the same words. Did we just witness the greatest love declaration in entertainment history? Newspapers ran full-page spreads of the kiss, their headlines bold and unapologetic. Love on stage. Sue Kai's boldest role yet. From drama to reality. The kiss that stopped time. And online, the frenzy only deepened. Memes exploded across the internet. One viral post showed the audience's stunned faces, captioned, "This wasn't acting." Another had fans joking that every award show from now on needed a Best Kiss category, with Sue Kai and Songyun already crowned champions for life. But while the world laughed, cheered, and celebrated, the couple themselves were living through the first day of a new reality. Outside Sue Kai's residence in Beijing, fans gathered in the hundreds. They carried flowers, banners, even wedding cakes decorated with his and Songyun's names. Some played their drama soundtracks on portable speakers, creating an impromptu festival of love on the quiet street. Across town, Songyun's neighborhood saw the same. Fans lined the sidewalks with candles shaped into hearts, chanting her name, cheering her bravery. They weren't just supporting a celebrity, they were protecting a love story they felt belonged to all of them. And then came the press conference. Within 24 hours, their management agencies, overwhelmed by the chaos, decided to address the world directly. The room was packed. Cameras flashed like lightning. Journalists shouted over each other, desperate for the first official words from the couple. When Soo Kai and Songyun finally walked in hand, the room fell into stunned silence. He wore a simple black sweater. She wore a soft white blouse. No costumes, no performance, just themselves. Soo Kai stepped forward first. His voice was calm, steady, but every word carried weight. Last night, you saw something that was not scripted. It was not staged. It was not for the cameras. It was real. I have always respected Songyun as an actress, as a friend, and as someone who inspires me every day. But it's time the world knows she is also the person I love. The room erupted. Journalists gasped, fans screamed through live streams, and cameras shook as photographers tried to capture every second. And then, Songyun spoke. Her voice trembled at first, but her smile never wavered. I never imagined we would share that moment on such a stage. But when it happened, I realized I didn't want to hide anymore. We've given our love to dramas, to stories, to fans. Now, we're giving this truth to you. Her words struck like lightning. Social media exploded with the quote, I didn't want to hide anymore. In that moment, Soo Kai and Songyun weren't just stars. They were human, vulnerable, brave. The conference ended not with questions, but with applause. Even the reporters, usually sharp and relentless, clapped as the couple bowed hand in hand. But K-drama Haven family, this was only the beginning. That same afternoon, Soo Kai's family released a statement of joy, saying they welcomed Songyun with open arms. Songyun's relatives, moved to tears, expressed relief that she had finally found happiness with someone who truly loved her. And in cities across the world, fans didn't stop celebrating. In Seoul, fans gathered at Han River Park, lighting lanterns into the night sky, each glowing flame carrying a wish for their love. In Beijing, a giant LED screen in the city center played a loop of the kiss, surrounded by crowds chanting their names. In Manila, Jakarta, Paris, and Los Angeles, fan clubs organized candlelight vigils, but not of mourning. These were vigils of joy. They called them love vigils, honoring a romance they felt belonged to the whole world. K-drama Haven family, the morning after the kiss, Soo Kai and Songyun were no longer just actors. No longer just colleagues. No longer just a pairing whispered about in fan forums. They had become something greater. They had become a love story for the ages. And as the world leaned closer, holding its breath for what comes next, one thing became crystal clear. This wasn't just a fleeting kiss. It was the first chapter of something far more extraordinary.